Greetings, beloveds. I hope you're well and safe. I wanted to take some time out to celebrate and to share this wonderful memory. If you look at the pictures on this timeline, these were taken approximately 6 months ago. I was at a conference for work and at the coast, and I needed to take an hour out and focus on me and just reflect on my life. At that point in my life, I was feeling incredibly overwhelmed, feeling uncertain, feeling scared, betrayed, and actively healing. Because prior to that, approximately 6 to 8 months was a very difficult journey of getting through betrayal, heartbreak, and then having to face a violent act of being invaded in my home and having to physically fight off the perpetrator, which ultimately led me to the decision to leave my home and space because I no longer felt safe there. And so this day, I had to go and just sit and gather my thoughts and give thanks, because we always need to give thanks. Even the challenges, we need to give thanks because there's lessons in that. But give thanks for how far I'd come, but also be honest in what I was feeling. Be honest that I was scared. Be honest that I was seeking happiness, that I was feeling vulnerable, and that the uncertainty of my life scared me. And on that day, I released, and I said to God and my ancestors that whatever you have in line for me is that I will embrace, I will accept, but I also will believe. And that led me into a wonderful season of discovering new things about me, letting go of old traits, accepting and changing a lot of my toxic traits, but also welcoming in new relationships and new love. And as much as the challenges at some days felt as if I just couldn't get through, I did. Because I focused on this endpoint of what I wanted in my physical, in my spiritual, and of course in my emotional and psychological. And the emotional has been I suppose the difficult part of my journey, because being intentional about taking yourself out of toxic situations, or being honest when somebody disrespects you or disrespects somebody that you love, is not easy, because as we know, with honesty, it can create hostile environments and situations and rub people up the wrong way. But at the end of the day, it's about your peace. It's about your sanity. It's about what you want, and more importantly, what you deserve. And so being intentional about who I want to spend time with is also very, very important and difficult. And sticking to the goals that I've set and believing that I do deserve the happiness, the safety, the love, the joy, the giggles, the orgasms, the eating ice cream at midnight. So as I leave, thank you so much for listening. But remember to always give thanks for what you've achieved for you. Give thanks for the circumstances that you're in. And constantly be intentional about what you want and what you deserve. All of our journeys are different. So your expectations of your life I might not understand that, and that's okay, because it's not for me to understand. It is for me to respect your journey. And even if I don't understand or agree with it, I can still continue on my own. But as women, particularly as Black women, we've always been taught that, being vulnerable is weak. And I'm going to quote one of my favorite speakers, and that is Brené Brown, who talks about the power of vulnerability, and Google her work and what she and the research that she's conducted and the books that she's written on this. Because often we need to go to those depths of vulnerability and be honest about that vulnerability and see the power in that in order to grow. Remember, we're human. We bleed, we feel, we heal, and we're allowed to. So as I leave you, thank you for listening. Always, always give gratitude and be gentle with you in your journey. Sometimes we don't have the answers immediately, but if you believe, if you seek help, if you embrace, and if you open yourself up to love, the clarity does come. The goals are achieved. The manifestations come to fruition. And whoa, when that happens, it is so, so magical. And so I wish that onto you. Take care, beloveds.